Yes, if anyone get exit from the meeting, join again. Uh, Actually, as I told, I met them on Facebook. I used to answer some unsolved problem in one Facebook group. There, I think I met them, and when I saw a lot of enthusiastic student very far away from my coaching class, I thought of doing online course so that it will help them. Uh, I mean, so to come forward. And again, because of their what you call enthusiasm, again I taught live, and I again those what you call interaction, and those live lectures. Still, I'm watching my own live lectures actually. I mean old recordings actually. uh, so I got motivated myself to improve my online coaching after seeing many enthusiastic students like Havan and Pankaj. Um, and yeah, so both of them qualified a GATE exam, and Havan I think qualified GATE exam with 34th rank, uh, and uh, and after that both of them attended many interviews. Again, we need to grab their interview experience. That's very important for us. And both of them cracked IAC MTech interviews. I think Pawan got admitted to MTech in nanoscience, sorry, MTech in quantum technology, which is a
Quantum.
new course. uh, and both Pawan and Pankaj cracked BARC interview, which was highly competitive all over our country. And first of all, we all should congratulate them. So congratulate Pawan on being qualified for BARC scientific officer. And we shall start our discussion, because we have a lot more to discuss and lot more to ask Pawan, because he is very silent guy. He don't speak much actually. When we used to take his interview, mock interview, then also he used to give answer in a very short. So that's why we need to ask more question, so that we can grab more and more out of him, whatever required for us. Yes. So thank you for joining us, Havan. So thank you for making this time. And very first question is, uh, you joined the online course during your MSc only. I hope you remember. I mean, how did you manage both? Because you were there in all classes actually. I mean, when I see my old video, you were there in all classes. I mean, you were present in all classes. How did you manage time? I mean, how did you manage both MSc as well as this online course?
Thank you, sir, for bringing me here, and I'm very grateful to sir.
Yes.
Uh, we got to know about sir from Facebook only. Then we think that we are now in MSc third semester, so we should try to prepare something for GATE, JEST, NET, etc. So we have viewed sir's reviews that a lot of person were saying that sir just teaches gratefully, and sir teaches in a conceptual based manner. So we joined the sir's course, and uh, actually I'm from Uttarakhand, so I was also having MSc at that time. So the most important thing you have to ask to yourself is that how you can manage your time, because actually talking frankly, no anybody else cannot tell you that how you can manage your time, because it all depend on your personality or on the way you look at the things. So sir used to teach classes some 2 3 hours in the morning and some 1 2 hours in the evening. So we fixed that we will attend those classes whatever happened, either the exams or anything. We will have I will have to attend those classes. So by attending those classes and thus revising whatever sir had taught in the class, that's very much important, because human tendency is that he can forget some things. So you have to revise that thing again and again. And parallelly, actually in my area also we don't have to go much college during MSc, so that was also one of the benefit for us. So in this manner, we just managed MSc and SARS course.
Okay. So thank you, Pawan. I mean, uh, during that time, so Have you thought that I can do this one after MSc? I mean, doing both is quite hectic. Have you thought any time? Because
Uh,
most of the students right now, they are joining the course, they are leaving in the middle. I mean, during MSc, they say I will join after MSc. I mean, have you thought of that one, or I mean, how did you what you call manage?
so uh, it was, yeah, it was a decision that is quite hard to make, but we make that decision, and yes, we joined the search course and we managed both MSc and preparation for NetGate.
Okay, okay, thank you. And how did you schedule your studies? I mean, during your MSc, I mean, again, how did you schedule your study? I mean, I used to take class early morning as well as evening. Along with that one, I mean, how did you, at what time you used to study? I mean, can you explain that one because that's very important.
Uh, Actually, there was not any fixed thing that we have to study this time, but you have to fix some hours every day that you have to just, but not too much strict. It's according to your plans and it can be flexible, but you have to fix that. I have to study that 3 or 4 hours this day. Whatever sir had taught and whatever we are learning that day, we have to just revise that thing at the night time or at the evening time, anytime. And basically, we mostly focus on NetGate just almost 60% I think we focused on NetGate just, and 40% other MSc syllabus, because there, as you all know, we are not getting this. So means we just managed is to pass the exams. Actually, we just Indian education system is such that it doesn't really taught you something in MSc. So that was a thing. So yes, some I used to revise some of the concept evening, and whatever we have to do in MSc or whatever syllabus is there in the MSc, we just revise it in the last 2 months.
Okay. Okay, that's nice. I mean, somehow, I mean, you gave, I mean, equal importance for our course along with MSc. So thank you for that one because of your activity, I mean, I was quite motivated and improved a lot actually. I mean, now if you see my teaching, that is more better than whatever I taught you actually.
Yes, sir, I am
Now,
also very much thankful to you that I got you for teaching.
yes. Now again, during that time you cracked GATE exam, but not with a good rank, maybe beyond 1,000.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you thought? I mean, that let me join somewhere with this rank. Why did you what you call? How did you make the decision that I will study after MSc? Because after MSc it's more pressure. Am I right? I mean, again, again, surrounding people will ask what you are doing and all, isn't it? I mean, after MSc you spent I think one more year. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
One more year to improve your ranking. I mean, how did you make the decision? I mean, you had a rank and you could have attended some recently established institute. I mean, what motivated you?
Yes, sir. The main motivation was actually the Corona,
Okay.
because due to Corona, our exams were delayed. The MSc final exams were held in the October month. So we got result in the November month. So during that days, we don't have to read much about MSc courses, but we think that as you got time due to the Corona lockdown, so we spend most of the time in NetGate just. Also at that time when I get 1400 rank, I was not much. I was not having much information that with 1400 rank I can apply somewhere. So I've applied at very few places, I think, and I was not quite sure that anybody would call and and I have to attend an interview. So that was a kind of this situation. That's why I haven't joined anywhere, and so I continued my preparation because I was somehow confident that yeah, I can clear NetGate test. So I continued my preparation, and Corona was the main role here.
Okay. I think everything happens for a good cause. I mean, that happened in your case. Now, I mean, you have studied, I mean, you never went to any coaching class physically. I mean, so after MSc also you have studied at home. I mean, how did you manage? Because I mean, usually students who study at home, they face a lot of distractions. I mean, sometimes they face some responsibility. I mean, some responsibility will be kind of hectic for them. So did you face any of those challenges, or I mean, if you faced, I mean, how did you manage? Because I mean, nowadays again, online courses are available, but sitting at home learning, I mean, that is a big challenge. And how did you do that one?
Yes, it is a challenge, but I am also thankful to my parents that I was not under many such pressure, and they helped me a lot. But one of the most important thing was that we had a group of 4 or 5 students from our college. So we have formed a group, and whatever questions we are not able to answer that particular moment, we just post in the group. And anybody, whenever he get time, he see the group, he just solve or he just give some kind of hint. So in this manner, we have a mutual team with us, we can say, and we are helping each other to learn, because that's very much important. Because if you're learning yourself, you cannot know that, okay, many a times questions may be easy, but your mind doesn't click that how you can answer the question. But if you're helping your friends, or if you're trying to find help from your friends, then it get much easy for you. So it was one of the most important thing. And don't just focus on the studies, because health is also of primary importance. So you have to practice exercises daily. That's also very much important, because if you're just concentrating on the studies, then you can see that you cannot go anywhere. Means you have to check yourself that how much you have learned this day, that day, and each day, are you learning, or are you growing or not growing? So that was also important.
Okay, have you made a separate WhatsApp group? What kind of group you made? Because
Yes, sir. WhatsApp.
I did suggest the same thing in my second or third online batch. I used to suggest the student make your own group at your college, and I mean, so that you will meet with each other, isn't it? I mean, when you meet, you can discuss when, and there's a motivation actually. Have you made a separate WhatsApp group kind of thing? I mean, of your college? Uh, can you hear me? I mean, was that a
Yes, sir.
separate WhatsApp group? Yeah, that's
Yes,
very
sir.
nice. That's very nice. So I mean, now I think I'm more confident to suggest my next batch student. I mean, if you are a college student and if you are attending course, I mean, I told many students, but they didn't take it seriously. But I think this is the best, what you call, motivation for us. Yeah. So thank you so much. And yeah, after that again. You have attended many interviews. I mean, after you got a good rank in GATE exam,
Mhm.
uh, and can you where did you attend your first interview? How was the experience?
So the first interview was for MTech PhD, MTech in IISc.
Okay.
So at that time also, after interview preparation, whosoever have qualified GATE, we just used to meet in the Google Meet, and we used to discuss with each other whatever concept we have learned. It was just a kind of mock interview, and it really helped very much, because when you are discussing with someone, then you also get to know that what is the viewpoint of the other person. And yeah, although you have read something, but it doesn't make or it doesn't completely satisfy that you have understood that thing in a manner that other persons also understand. Means your way of understanding may be different. So when you're discussing with someone, then you see that what their thoughts are, and in this way you just gain more confidence on the topics. So it was also a great thing for us. So the first interview was for MTech in ISC. Although that was a average kind of interview, we were not quite sure that we will be able to crack it. But yeah, it doesn't depend that how much answer you give or correct answer you are giving, but it depends that if they are giving you hints, then are you able to catch those hints, and are you able to move to the answers by catching those hints. So that is also important.
Okay. How was? I mean, how many PhD interview you have attended? I mean, where you have attended and all? Can you talk about PhD interviews?
Hmm. So PhD, firstly IISc I have attended, and almost I have attended many 17 18 interviews, I can say. So in ISC, I have applied for 3 branches, but so you can just say that they were not formula based interviews, means they used to find that what concept you have learned, or and how much your confidence, because they also check your confidence. Are you confident in that particular question or not? They again ask you in a suspicion type of manner. So just read the book, just understand. The most important thing is that whatever you are reading, then you have to explain it to someone, or it may be yourself. You just explain it to yourself that what you are understanding out of that particular thing. So in this way, we just prepare for interviews. And sir, okay, that is it.
Yes. Again, okay. In again, you where you have invited for PhD? I mean, invited to do PhD in.
Uh, PhD for many places, we can say IIT Guwahati, IIT Bhubaneswar,
Okay.
PRL, IIT Madras.
So they all invited you to do PhD there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, among all of those, you have chosen MTech in nanotechnology at
Quantum.
IISc. Sorry, MTech in quantum technology at IISc. I mean, what made you to choose that one, MTech over PhD?
So actually, in PhD, as you have also told us that we should be having some, means it's good if you are having some kind of project work regarding whatever we want to do in PhD. So in our area, it's not a much a culture that you have to do a good project, because the conditions are in that manner. So we were not having quite a right exposure to whatever project and whatever how we can do research and and how can just work on the laboratories. So we think that if I can do a MTech course, then there I can learn some practical aspect and the way we used to do things in the laboratories. So that was one of the thing, and another thing was that by doing MTech we can also apply for PhD in foreign. So that was another thing.
Okay, I mean, you were planning to do MTech after that PhD. That's what. So that was your plan.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Can you explain about IISc MTech in quantum technology, because that's a new course. I think you were in the first batch.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, you are in the first batch of that one, and
Hmm.
can you tell me about that course? I mean, and so that I mean other students can also target for that one.
Hmm. So MTech in quantum technology was firstly started there, but the courses were already going on, because some of the means many of the person are doing PhD related to quantum fields, just as quantum communication, quantum uh, uh, cryptography, etc. So it was quite a new field for us. We have to learn many new things there, but it was really a kind of encouraging field, and it was an interesting field if we are really interested in finding out that how, means we can just go beyond the classical things. So uh, the course in our coursework, it was 5 subject. One of the subject was of laboratory. So actually, we haven't visited ISC. That was not a good means it was not good thing.
Okay,
So we
again, it was during COVID. That's why
yes, sir.
it went online.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that's why we just attended the classes online, and the faculties are really good there. Means whatever questions you are asking, even though you think that it's a silly question, but they don't think so. They think that, oh, it's a great question, so they answer your every query. That is the most important thing, or most important thing that I just see in the ISC. And uh, yeah, it was quite hectic. Means there are 5 courses, and you have to complete the assignments, and a lot of assignments are being targeted to you. So uh, yeah, but if you are willing to learn some new thing, then it's a very great thing. And as quantum technology is an emerging field now, and India is also trying to develop new industries regarding to quantum technology. So it is also a good course.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, Now, I mean, when you can you talk about Bark interview? I mean, what do they expect in interview? And when you join again, first question is whether they consider your gate ranking or they consider your Bark exam performance. I mean, or both. I mean, what they have considered. I mean, in the exam point of view. So can you hear me? So can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I mean, whether they consider your gate ranking or a Bark exam performance or both. I mean, can you guess that one? I mean, that is first.
Yes, sir. For bar, basically they had both pathways to reach to the interview, either GATE or your bar online exam. For GATE, I think you have to secure almost 50 to 60 rank, so they so that they can call you, or in other case you can just clear the bar written exam. So I have not given the written exam. I was selected in the basis of GATE.
Okay, you are purely selected on the basis of gate. Now, in how was the interview? Can you share some interview experience, some questions specifically, and what they expect as a Bark scientific officer? I mean, what they expect in Bark scientific officer?
Hmm. So basically, for my case, as is usual, they ask that what subject are you interested in. So I said quantum, electrodynamics, solid state, etc. So they just started the interview. You just go to the room and you just start on the board. That is the thing. And
Is there any problem, Pawan?
no, sir, no.
Yes. If you are on PC, you can keep send resolution to 360p. If it is in 720p, you can set it to setting, send video, send resolution to 360p. Suppose if it is 720p. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir, it's done.
Yes, yes.
So in the BARC interview, the means they just really see your approach to the topic. They really don't expect you to give exact answer whatever questions they are asking. Uh, some of the questions I was asked that what is H? They just simply said first question Planck constant. So they said what will happen if H tends to 0. So I say that quantum mechanical case tends to classical case. So it all depends that what you are answering. So you must be quite sure that whatever you are answering, you have a strong grip on that particular answer, because the next question will be related to that answer only, and it will be a kind of it will be a chain loop, we can say, of your answers. So then they ask that can you give some example where you are saying that quantum case tends to classical case for H tends to 0. So I say regarding to the bosons, means whatever in black body radiation we see h nu over e to the power h nu over kt minus 1. So in that case it is average energy of oscillator, but if h tends to 0 then we see that it is kt, so it just relate to the quantum or classical case. So in this manner, and then whenever I said this thing, then they ask the next question that what would be the this is for what, bosons or fermions. So this was for bosons, and what would be the distribution function for fermions, and draw those distribution function, and then I draw this. And then they ask about the Fermi sphere, what's the Fermi sphere is. And uh, one of the question they also asked was that how can you experimentally find out that what is the Fermi surface, like that, any question. So means they regularly give you hints, so you have to catch those hints, and you should try to find out the answers, that how can you reach to the answer using that hints. So this was the case, and then
Okay, so it
we,
was a kind of chain. I mean, next question was depending on your last answer.
yes, sir.
Yes, yes, thank you. I mean, what they expect? I mean, whether they expect this kind of conceptual hold. I mean, what else they asked?
Uh, yes, means your concept should be clear, and you should be well answer to their questions, because you must be confident also. They also check your confidence, that how much are you confident regarding your answer. So you should not lose your confidence. And one of the thing is that it doesn't matter how much long your interview is running. Even though it may be 30 minutes, you can be selected, or even though it is one hour 30 minutes, then you may not be selected. So it will depend on your approach to the answers.
Okay, I mean, now, I mean, is there any aptitude question that they have asked during the interview? I mean,
So aptitude?
aptitude question. I mean, any puzzle like that? No.
No, sir, they haven't asked any
Okay,
aptitude.
okay.
They
Only
just
pure concept.
only
I mean,
physics.
whether again, what is the level of question? Whether it was BSc, MSc? I mean,
Hmm.
what was the
It
level?
was it was just the MSc level questions. They don't expect us to know high level research and all
Okay,
those cutting area research. And even though they, to a great extent, they don't even if you're doing PhD, then if you are attending the interview, then they may ask some things related to your PhD, and that would be only basic things. So we have to cover basic things of everything: quantum mechanics, classical mechanics, statistical, nuclear, atomic, etc. So they will just relate the questions from one field to the another field. And as in case of atomic, I was asked that uh, what are different vibrational levels and rotational levels, etc. And we are giving two molecules, one NO, one N2, means one have dipole moment, one doesn't have dipole moment. So which of the molecule will absorb the vibrational spectra, and means will show the transitions in the vibrational spectra and transitions in the rotational spectra. And then they relate it to the thing that, can you relate it to the global warming, means which gases are responsible for global warming, etc.
okay. That's very nice. I think they may be connecting it to carbon dioxide. I mean, that is absorption
Hmm.
like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, were they expecting from solar spectrum? I mean, what they
Uh,
were expecting?
means that the molecule which would have their permanent dipole moment, then they absorbs infrared, means they show infrared spectroscopy, we can say.
Absorption, yes.
Yes, sir. So
Mhm.
in this manner, some of the gases, they have ability to absorb heat within them. That's why uh, the sustainability of heat in the environment is due to that gas.
Okay, okay. Again, it's a absorption of IR radiation. That
Hmm.
means heating. Okay, okay. That's nice. Okay. So then, okay. Apart from that one, I mean, can you? Is there only? I mean, conceptual ability. That's what you told, and then
Yes.
your confidence on whatever the answer you give. I mean, is there
Hmm.
anything else they expect? I mean, in the interview.
And they regularly give you hints. If you are not knowing something, then they will give you some hints, and you have to catch those hints, that what they are saying. You have to very sharply hear those hints, and you
Okay.
have to try to answer relate by relating those hints.
Hmm. Oh, maybe that hints will also give the direction also, isn't it? I mean,
Hmm.
if I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
sir.
I
Hmm.
mean, so towards which direction you have to answer and all. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then after that, I mean, while doing your MTech, I think in the first semester you got selected in BARC, isn't it? I mean, BARC as a
Yes, sir.
scientific officer. Now, I mean, don't you? I mean, what you thought at the time, whether to continue in MTech or to join? I mean, whether you were in confusion or you quickly choose BARC scientific officer over MTech. I mean, what is your state at that time?
Sir, actually, I don't quickly choose BARC, because MTech in IFC is also a great thing. But then I see other things also. that means we can
Actually, you can do
say.
PhD in Bark also. I mean, you can do
Hmm.
research in Bark.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
yes.
So yes,
Okay. I mean, you
I
thought
asked.
for a
I
while that
actually.
I should continue in ISC, isn't it? I mean, for a while you thought that I should continue MTech in ISC.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
That's
actually, I was in a confusion state. So I asked sir only that what should I do? Should I continue MTech program in ISC or should I join BAG? So sir has suggested that I should join BAG because there also I will get opportunity to do PhD further,
no. No.
and
So did you
it was
ask
quite a
me? I
hard
mean,
decision.
yes. Did you ask me at the time?
Yes, sir.
I think I told like this. I mean, what are the risk in MTech and what are the
Hmm.
like that I told. Am I right? I mean,
Yes, sir.
you can do MTech, you can do research. I mean, you can go to well respected position. That is a different journey. But you may, I mean, you have a risk also because I mean research. Am I right? Sometimes it may trigger and it may take you to somewhere, and sometimes it may not take you anywhere.
Yes.
But that is one thing. That's a risk as well as I mean, if you go and if you do hard work, I mean, it will take you. I mean, to very respectable position. The research and Bark
Hmm.
scientific officer, financial freedom will be there, and no stress, nothing. And I mean, financially, okay. I mean, you will have work. You have to work definitely. I think like that I told. I mean,
Yes,
risk.
sir.
I mean, but if you, I mean, in research, if you take risk, definitely it will take you to more respectable position. But in Bark also, you can do PhD. Am I right? If I'm not wrong,
Yes, sir.
many Bark scientific officer join as a PhD. I mean, where they join for PhD? I mean, where they register for PhD? You have any idea regarding this?
It is in the HBNI only, HBNI.
What are
And
the topics available? Whether wide range of topics are available, or can you talk
yes,
about?
sir, there are wide range of topics available also that just as I am in RRCAT Indore, so here basically the work is going on in laser accelerator, etc. condensed matter, something related to condensed matter also.
Hmm.
So basically you will see that uh, means you will have a coursework firstly, and then based on your optional things, means one are the core subject and another one are the optional subjects. So based on those optional subject and based on what kind of research is really needed in the area you are, so in this way your PhD topic will be decided.
Okay, okay.
And just
So,
as we are doing our first year, so this first year will be treated as a first year of MTech from HBNI only, and
mhm,
the next year will be treated as second year. So there is some time limit that after MTech we can just register for PhD from here only.
mhm. Okay, somehow you can continue your research career also at that
Yes, sir.
position. Okay, so that's very nice. And again, now I think I will take we shall take students' question. I mean, around 37 students are there here. Uh, uh, Sarfraj, can you speak?
Sir, can you explain about the MTech course, that technologies that you had joined at IISc?
So what really do you want to know?
What it deals about, like solid state physics deals with the material science, means how materials are constructed, what will be its physical properties. So, can you means talk about the quantum technology, what it deals with, means
Hmm.
how is it useful for our daily applicative life?
Hmm. So in quantum technology we have been talking in the first semester actually we were talking about whatever basics are there. So there are some core basics just as quantum communication, quantum computation, and quantum information theory, etc. So just as you see, classically, whatever these crypto systems are made, so they are based on some RSA cryptography system. So we see that they are based on those laws which could be broken. Means they are not fully proof because it just as for example random numbers. So how do we generate random number classically? We can just say that okay, these will be some of the digits of pi. or we can just say any of the digits or some of the digits of any irrational number. But actually, these can be computable. Means it's not completely random actually. So these are actually the pseudo random numbers. But if we see in quantum communication or in cryptography, we can just really generate the true random numbers. And how does these true random number will be generated? Just as we can say that photoelectric effect. Light is falling on a material and the electrons are emitting from the material. But although the electrons are emitting, but how many electrons are emitting at which time we really don't know. So this can be treated as a variable for creating some kind of random numbers. So in this manner, we have a source. Quantum mechanically, we have a source that we can generate true random numbers, and it cannot be uh, decoded. So in this manner, this crypto system in whatever are utilized in bank and other ways, these can be fully secured, and the progress is really gaining steps in these direction. So this is for quantum communication. No, this is, yeah, cryptography and communication, and in communication also. Yes, do you want to say anything?
Sir, is it interdisciplinary course? I mean, the MTech which you have joined, like quantum technology, is it a interdisciplinary course? Means combination of various subjects.
Yes. It is interdisciplinary. It has a various wide range of subjects. We can say in our course also we have quantum communication, quantum cryptography, and solid state physics is also included. Mainly it is quantum mechanics, computer science, some of the part of computer science is included, and some information theory is also included there.
Okay, sir.
Uh,
Thank you, sir.
was quantum computation? Are they using any? Are they trying to build any quantum computer or try to develop any technology for computers? Just like qubits and all. Are they trying along with that one?
Yes, sir. They are trying. The main goal is that to build a computer which have more number of qubits. Because if you have very less number of qubits, then it really doesn't matter which we are using, classical or quantum computers.
Yes.
So all the institute all over the world, different research areas, they are really trying to improve the number of qubits every year. So I think some million qubits are needed for actually we can say that the quantum can lead the classical case.
Okay. Again, in that course or in the research part, they are doing that one also. Okay. Are they
Yes, sir.
doing any cloud computing? Computational part of research. Because IBM is set up cloud quantum cloud computer. I hope. Any computer science department collaborated with that one?
Sir, I not have much knowledge about it.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. Any other question? You can enable your mic and speak.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
My personal question is, how did you choose this this PhD or which is better, PhD or this or I should say like prestigious institute.
No, wait. PhD or
Uh,
MTech or
No, he's saying
both?
SSC type of thing, I think.
Okay.
yes, sir.
Am I
Yes,
right?
yes, sir. Yes.
So basically it depend on which direction you are interested in. Because in SSC you will see that the questions are not, yeah, it all depend on human to human, that what kind of nature is yours. If you are interested in physics or if you are interested in any topic, then definitely you would from inner side. Yeah, it also depend on what kind of situations are you in or what kind of family situations. So for my case, I was quite supportive. It was quite supportive from my family. So I just continued the direction of PhD only because I was also interested in exploring the new domains of physics. So it depend on person to person.
Okay. Is there anything else? Yes, you don't have to hesitate. I hope you have time, isn't it, Pawan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, one more question.
Yes, yes.
Uh, in ISC, in ISC Bangalore, I mean, how many rank they will call to interview, and I mean, up to how many rank?
Hmm. So for ISC interview, yeah, you have to be in top 200 to 300, I think. That's means it all depend means for ISC when you're applying, then you have to apply for three choices. Just as for my case, I have applied for nanoscience, physics, and one more thing. So for different subject, there are different rankings. So it also depend on your GATE score actually, and almost 200 to 300 ranking, I think.
Okay. Was there any statement of purpose in the PhD application, as you remember?
Yes, sir, there was a statement of purpose, but
Uh, does
it is
that
not
matter?
much importance.
Does it matter or ranking does matter more?
No, ranking does matter, I think.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Do they take CSA rank or GATE only?
No, CSR, GATE, anything.
I mean, do they take JEST, or I mean, which rank they will call GATE, JEST, or I mean, CSR?
Uh, for CSIR also top rankings are included only. Uh, uh, yes, we can say about 100 for CSR net, 100 ranking.
Yes. Yes. You can enable your mic and you can speak. Sarfraj, you want to speak anything?
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Means doing MTech after a master's means MSc Physics. Is there any good scope in corporate sector, like people after completing their BTechs or MTech from engineering background used to get good package in corporate industries? So, is there any scope with pure science, like after completing my master's in physics, if I pursue my MTech in nanotechnology or material science? Or as per our Pawan sir, he has pursued his MTech in quantum technology. So, is there any good scope in corporate sector?
Yes, it depends on, yes, there is a good scope, but it also depend on different subject also. Yeah, we cannot just be partial of different subjects, but means you want to ask that after MSc or BTech, or you want to ask a general question?
No, no. Means as we have learned that we used to get the news that after pursuing BTech or MTech from the IITs or from reputed institutions, students used to get recruited in industries with a good package. But I have never heard of the any pure science student after completing their masters and MTech in nanotechnology or material science used to get hired by any corporate industry with a such good package. So, is there any scope of getting recruited in corporate sectors?
Uh, as far as I think that after you are in a particular domain, means after you have step up in MTech, then it doesn't matter from where you are coming from, either you're coming from BTech or MSc. So I think they will be treated equally. Yeah, there is a scope also in these areas, just as for nanoscience and nanotechnology. Uh, many of the scope is here in India only, and also in foreign areas. And after MTech, there is scope for research also, and research in foreign also.
Okay.
And
I mean, so I hope. I mean, just correct me, Pawan, if I'm wrong. I mean, you will develop some skill there, and you will
hmm,
have some ability there. I mean, if you don't worry about the field, definitely you will get a good package in corporate. Suppose if you want to go to the same domain, I think that quite struggle only. I mean, suppose quantum technology. If you want to enter into quantum technology industry, R&D industry, that may be quite difficult. But after grabbing the skills in that MTech, if you apply everywhere in the corporate sector, I hope you will get a good package.
yes, sir.
I mean, if you don't worry about the what you call subject, and if you just think of financial security, definitely that is that is what you call certification for your ability. I hope. I mean, later you have to learn. I mean, whatever the field you join for work, you have to learn. That's a different story. Uh,
One
yes.
one more thing I want to add, that different industry areas, they used to see their skills for their qualification or for their entry. They want to have these skills. So in MTech also, although you have done MTech, but you have not developed those.
Okay. So can you hear me? Can you hear me, anyone? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Pawan,
sir.
can you repeat the last sentence?
Yes, means you have to be in compliance with the skills that are needed by some particular industry. So during your MTech program, you have to develop those skills. Although means yeah, many of the skills are included in MTech course only, but some extra skills are also needed as according to that particular industries. So you have to take care this in mind.
Okay, if you develop the skill required for the industry, then definitely you will have opportunities in. Now,
Hmm.
I have one question, Pawan. I mean, whether we have handful of industrial R&D in India or we have to go abroad for the opportunity, job opportunity. I mean, can you talk about that one?
Sir, I cannot talk about this.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Means
Anyway,
I don't have much knowledge.
yes, yes. Okay, so and any other question? You can speak.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, yes.
During the interview, if you actually do not know any of the answers to the questions that they're posing, is it wise to say that you don't know, or is it like you will take the hints that they give and try to solve it on spot?
So there are two things. Either you completely don't know the answer. So if you don't know anything about that thing, then simply say don't know. There is no problem in that. Means they will be also be happy that this person is don't just messing around the things. If he doesn't know, then he's saying don't know. But if you think you can answer something, then but that thing should be confident. Means you should be having some proper information about that answer. Just don't beat about the bus. Means if you don't know anything, but if you're knowing, then you can catch the hints.
And also, thanks for the answer. The other thing is, have you ever faced any sort of rejections in the interviews? And if yes, how had you dealt with it?
Yeah, rejections are a part of life. We daily have to face rejection. Means we have to face rejections in our life. There is no problem in that, because without rejection we cannot learn anything. So there's no problem if we are rejecting anywhere or anything. I have also got rejected from any from some of the ITs. So there's no problem with that. The only thing is that are you each day are you improving or not? Just make small goals for yourself for each day and just try to improve on yourself. And that is the only thing.
Yes. Is there anything else?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How is the atmosphere at Bark though? Like scientific atmosphere in a sense.
Sorry, can you repeat?
How is the scientific atmosphere in Bark? Because as we can see, like even if you type in YouTube also, there's like secrecy and stuff. It's not completely revealed what research is going on. So I would like to know what is actually how to find out what topics are being researched at Bark.
Uh, Actually, many of the things are given in their websites, but it all also depend on your coursework. Means there is a 1 year coursework, or we can say training for ourselves. So in those training, whatever subject you are choosing as optional, then they also guide to different directions. Just as in RRCAT, we have laser and accelerator fields basically, and there are other condensed matter and other fields also. So yeah, once you get there, you will able to know that, because actually it's not only learning about physics, that we have to learn basics of engineering also, because we have to work in laboratories. So Yes. After you get here means actually we have also get recently here, so I don't know much about different domains, but yeah, once you get there, you will get to know.
Thank you.
Have you an interview call from ISRO?
No.
I mean, if we say if anyone want to go to ISRO, sir, then what will be its rank in GATE exam?
Uh, I haven't seen, I think this thing means the
No,
ISRO
ISRO,
vacancies are.
ISRO will not call for physics MSc background frequently. Okay, I mean
Hmm.
occasionally it will call for some project or something. I mean regularly it will call for engineering background student for some for what you call regular positions. And if you, I mean it all. I mean if you are excellent in some field, then I mean later, I mean you may get some I mean if your skill, you are that excellent skill required for their project, I think you can work in ISRO. I think you better to keep searching their website. And I mean occasionally they call for MSc student for project work, some what you call a kind of not permanent positions. I mean, for a short term for a project work, 1 year to 2 year like that. Okay, and that's a very good what you call exposure also. Yeah.
And sir, for to get into a corporate sector, it is necessary to go through MTech or just simply get rank. They call from this.
No, I don't think these ranking have anything to do with the job in corporate sector. Okay, I mean Gates, CSR, Net. I mean these ranking may help you to go to teaching. Sometimes colleges will prefer you, but I don't think this has not anything to do with corporate job. Am I right, Pawan?
Sir, some of the vacancies are there for physics, for GATE also, just as in ONGC,
I mean that is
etc.
related to I mean physics field actually. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So okay, can you talk about that one ONGC like that? What else we have?
Uh, I just only know about ONGC, but I think some other are also there. But the vacancies are very less actually. For ONGC, this time the vacancies were there, but it was written there. Means there were two kind of thing. One was the reservoir, and I think most of the person can fill for those things. Means it was physics, but the other thing was the geophysicist and geophysicist regarding to those things. But it was clearly written in the advertisement that it is valid only for means only those person can apply which have MSc in electronics is written in their degree. If it is not written in their degree, then they will not be eligible for that particular post. So only post that is left is the reservoir.
Okay, I mean you talked about that
ONGC.
one more what is that geophysics? Is that a government position, a government job, or I mean private?
Yeah, okay. This is one another thing. Yeah, geophysicist also is called by UPSC. This is another thing than ONGC. In ONGC, there are different field for which they require applications. So one of them is also geophysicist kind of thing. For that, we need either BTech electronics or MSc in electronics should be written, mentioned in your degree. The second one, which is called by UPSC, is the geophysicist paper. So yeah, it is a government job, sir. And recently, in the past years, although physics part was major subject, but I think in recent year they have just increased the syllabus too much more. So if anybody is interested in that, then he can also see that vacancies. Every year they call the vacancies in October month, I think. And the syllabus is geology and physics. And some general awareness questions are also asked, general knowledge. Yes.
Okay, in that in geophysics, will they consider GATE or only
No,
their
no,
exam? Okay,
not
only
that.
UPSC exam. Okay. Yes, okay,
Sir,
thank you.
hello, sir.
Yes,
So my
yes.
question is, what are the qualifications to call ourselves the geophysicist? Is it the course of study in which we are, or we need to qualify the UPSC exam?
No, we have to qualify that exam.
Sir, I have gone through this geophysicist thing, and I had seen only 5 seats given to the geophysicist peoples. So are these 5 only for the uh, ONGC type of thing, or are there some other institutions? There are other sectors that include this.
Uh, Actually, I also don't know about this much.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, vacancies are less, but I haven't done given that paper, so I think I cannot answer your question.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir, you can enable your mic to speak.
Yes, sir. As far I know, there is a course of MTech at BHU for a geophysicist, means geophysics, MTech in geophysics. So, will that be helpful for us to join if we want to means work as a geophysicist? Because at this age, means if we are going to pursue MTech, so it will take 2 more years. So will there be an issue of age limit? Okay, that you have to complete your MTech or MSc within that period, so that you may apply.
No, no. For geophysicist, you the qualification is MSc only actually. And what other is what's the other question?
No, I mean that may help to study geology also, isn't it, along with physics? That
But
course.
there must be some questions regarding the geology also, no?
Yes, yes.
So, as far
Okay.
I know, there is a course of MTech in geophysics
Hmm.
at IIT at BHU.
Wait.
Okay, so obviously that will help us to means that will help us to clear the
Hmm.
exams,
Yes, crack the exam. Yes.
crack the exams conducted by UPSC. But means after completing our MTech, our age will also increase. So will there be an issue of age that okay, you have to clear the exam within a certain age limit? Is there such an issue? Means
Uh, yes, there is some age limit in this exam also. I am not quite sure, 28, 29, but I'm not sure. But you can just check in their website. Whenever notification is released, they used to give those age limits. So yes, if you're joining MTech for geophysics, then yeah, it will definitely help you to crack geophysicist exam.
Sir,
Yes.
how was your just exam experience?
What?
How was the experience of just exam? Just
Yes. In just exam, basically they don't ask much of the, as you already know, the formula-based questions. Na? So you have to practice the concepts for that. And for that you have to use the standard books, just as electrodynamics for Griffith, you have to look for quantum mechanics, Griffiths, or Jetli also. So it depend that how you can apply those concepts there. Although the questions are not much difficult, but yeah, it may be, but the concepts are used there.
Yeah, hello,
thank you,
sir.
sir.
Sir, what were your strategies for qualifying or for cracking these competitive exams?
Uh, Strategy was that firstly, just sir is a very motivational thing. Means sir provide a lot more motivation to us, and really sir helped us to form strategies regarding this. As you're attending sir's courses, then we see that sir used to have the standard books, just as Griffith Electrodynamics and quantum mechanics, statistical mechanics also, reef, I think. So you have to practice the questions from that book. Okay, then you have to see the previous year questions, that what kind of questions are asked from which kind of topic. Then you have to practice those questions also. For a gate, actually, you have to practice more and more. Mock tests are very important, and you have to write whatever mistakes you are doing. That's also very much important, because many of the thoughts are running in the human mind, but if you just write down those thoughts that yeah, these mistakes I have made in this particular mock test paper, then it is very likely that you do not make the same mistakes again, and try to uh, avoid the silly mistakes, because it generally happens that while doing fast calculation we can do some kind of silly mistakes, and it is a very great disadvantage in gate type of exam, because only some point marks may take you some many ranks behind.
Okay, one is subject separation using standard textbook, and then mock test and mistake. I mean, avoiding mistakes. I mean, so that is the thing you are saying. Are you there, Pawan? Huh. So can you hear me, Pawan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any other questions?
Sir, what marks in GATE exam gave you rank 34?
It was 57.
Okay.
How much? 50?
7.
57. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Out of
Sir,
100.
Sir, what's the strategy for a GATE exam, like NAT section? How to deal with that one? Means some questions are there, like they will if we will give that time on that question, then it will
Too much
make your
time consuming.
consume.
Yes, so actually what happens is that you have to practice more and more mock test. Means when you are seeing the questions, then you feel that yeah, you can do that question very easily, then try to attempt that question. And if suddenly new question arises, then just leave that question and just mark for review it in the CBT exam. You can just mark for review that exam, and after completing all the questions which you think yeah, you can easily solve those questions, you can again revisit the mark for review questions. So it is one of the thing. And if you think yeah, I'm spending much of the time, but even that the question is not solving, then leave the exam. And also one of the most important thing is that you do not lose your confidence. Let's suppose you see first question, you cannot answer, second not answer, third not answer, fourth not answer. So in this manner you will say, oh, I have not answered first 5 or 6 questions. So it doesn't matter you have answered first 5 6 questions, but there are many more questions to attempt. Now you are seeing now only you don't have to score 100 out 90 out of 100 like that of thing. You have to score average kind of marks, but that the answers whichever you are doing should be appropriate and exact. That you have to keep in mind and avoid the silly mistakes and practice more and more mock tests.
Okay. I mean, Shubham, I mean, whatever he told, I mean, obviously you also know that one. But to execute in exam, you need to do a lot of mock test. Okay. I mean, it should be a kind of habit for you. I mean, that's what he's also saying. When you do more and more mock test, and in each and every mock test, if you keep that one in mind, then it will be practice. Otherwise, I mean, it seems that yeah, it is very simple. I mean, you need to leave difficult question, you have to mark for review. Yeah, but we don't do actually, isn't it? We try that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We tried that question again and
We
again.
try there, we stuck there, and we do mistake. I mean,
Yes,
this
sir.
should be. I mean, this should you can adapt only when you write more and more mock test. Isn't it, Pawan? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Yes. And any other questions? Speak up.
And
Yes,
one
sir.
of the most important thing I want to say that if you are there, then just form the groups of the knowing persons you are, and whatever questions you are not able to answer, and whatever new concept you are you have just heard from someone, then you just share in that particular groups, because mutual cooperation is very much essential for progress.
How to manage the revision before exam? There is big syllabus. To one part is I will cover, the other part is out of mind.
So again you can just apply that whatever you are reading, then you try to explain it to yourself that how much extent you are able to answer. And on the other side, whatever you have learned, you just make a formula book. You just write all the formulas in that particular book so that it would be helpful for you before the exam to revise that formula book or formula uh, diary.
Yes, for GATE exam, you better to make your own formula booklet. I hope I told in every batch. I mean, there may be some formula booklet created by coaching classes, but if you create your own formula booklet, that is the best one. Okay, I mean, there will be some what you call direct formula based question in GATE exam, some numerical question sometime. There, your formula booklet will help definitely. Yeah. Yeah, is there any questions?
Yes, sir. Sir, even we practice a lot through mock test, but still there is a pressure in exam. While we are exactly in the exam hall, while we are doing the solution of problems, we feel some pressure in our head. How you handle that?
So for that, you have to keep in mind that this exam is not the end of my life. Means, yeah, you just go to the exam freely. You do means you have to just keep out of your mind the result, whatever you're getting out of the exam. Because whenever we used to go, because actually our exam center used to be very far away from where we are living. We almost have to go 8 to 9 hours in the bus. So while traveling, we used to enjoy much. So we never ever thought that, oh, what would be the result of exam? We will pass or not pass. So you just keep that out of your mind. You just focus on the formulas and just focus on whatever questions are you getting. Just solve those questions and just keep out of the mind of the result.
Okay, sir.
And
Thank
don't
you.
be and don't be much means do that I will revise the formulas before the means just 1 hour before the exam. Just free yourself 1 day before the exam. Don't read anything 1 day before the exam. Yeah, you can revise formulas for 1 or 2 hours. Just play, just uh, sing a song or hear a song, and you will be enjoying yourself.
Okay, okay. But sir, in the exam hall, like when you do a problem or any questions like that, but it will take some time to do that, or yeah, because of that, or so it gets pressure in us that why I can't do this. It will take some time. So because of that, we lost motivation, hesitate, and irritated to the problems like that.
So means you have to just keep in mind that okay, this question, if you are not able to solve, then just leave this question. It doesn't matter if you are able to solve that or not solve, but always be motivated. And what else I can say, that don't lose your motivation at any time, because you're knowing there are many more exams to come, but uh, one question cannot decide your fate.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, is there any questions? No, you have to practice in such a way that you will have sufficient problems to attend, but you should not stuck in the problem that I mean, that is lengthy or something. As I told you, have to keep it for review. In GATE computer-based exam, there are a lot of tools, isn't it? I mean, you can mark with a different color and all, and you can quickly revisit actually. I mean, you don't have to turn the page at all. You can click on the question quickly. You can make use of those tools actually.
And one of the thing I want to say, that drink water in between the exams.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, these are the small stuff, but when you are in competition, these small stuff does matter actually. Yeah, just have a note on that one. Yes, anything else? Okay, that's very nice. Yes, speak out.
Sir, can you speak some words in J for JS preparation, sir? Because JS is something. I mean, it's beyond. I mean, this CSI or GATE exam, because it's all about the conceptual
Okay.
questions. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, how do I? I mean, prepare separately. I mean, for JS exam.
Means you have to not separately prepare, because whenever you're reading the concepts, or whenever you're reading the any subject, just as quantum mechanics, electromagnetism, so along with preparation of that subject, you also do the questions regarding to that subject from the standard books, just as sir have told us, Conta Griffiths and also YK Lim also we can use. So from means I am not saying that you just solve all the questions, but just have a look, means just try to solve by yourself. Then only you can have confidence in yourself.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes, Jahur, you want to ask something?
So, I have one more question. That after qualifying GATE or JEST or JRF, is there an increase in chance to get selected in educational sectors like BYJU'S or Akas, LN, which they used to select a master's student means from particular background to teach the students for IIT, JEE or advanced?
Uh, mm, yes, I think yeah, there will be more chances, because they also means it all depend on how well you can present a topic. So I think I can answer only these things. Uh, yes, it also depends that how much ranking you are getting, and
Yes, that
all
is a
this.
reflection of your ability, no doubt. They may select you, but improvement in the teaching, that is different. Okay, I mean there are many people who haven't done well in MSc and all. They became very good teacher actually. Uh, I mean it's all about after improvement. Okay, I mean you can join job by showing gate or that kind of thing in your CV or something. Definitely, that is a reflection of your ability, but next thing is to teach, isn't it? I mean, to convey whatever inside your mind, that will improve in that job, you in that job actually. I mean, that's also important. Am I right? I mean, not stuck in that job. I mean, you have to improve. So that's a quite different story.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Jahur, you raise your hand. Okay, and anyone else? Okay, then we shall close this meeting. Thank you so much, Pawan, for being part of SMO's Physics Learning Center, firstly, and then again making this time for this guidance. It was very necessary for us at this time. I mean, again, I had one more question actually. Uh, Recently I'm finding students are they have time to what you call look into WhatsApp status, Facebook and all. When I post some WhatsApp status, most of my students will watch quickly. uh, then but they don't have time for submitting homework actually. So I mean, are you have you faced any social media addiction anytime, or you were very strict on that one? I mean,
I think I don't have faced any such kind of addictions, because
okay.
I was knowing that it doesn't matter what's going on there, because at the end what would matter that how much you have improved yourself. And for improving yourself, you have to focus on a particular thing. You have to keep aside all those things which may distract you. So yeah, you should be focusing on that particular thing, because if something is distracting you, then again getting to the focus point, you need some we can say it as reset time. So about 18 minutes, I think you have to uh, have a reset time of 18 minutes. So let's suppose one message just comes in your test, so you see there, then again coming to the book, you need some more time. So in this manner, you're killing your time. And just yeah, all other things, I think just make a fixed slot, that this time slot I will be reviewing these things, and another things I will be focusing on these things. And one of the most important thing is deep breathing. You have to practice deep breathing every day.
So can you tell me, I mean, whether you used to keep the mobile on silent mode, or uninstall social media like that? Have you, whether you used to
uh,
do that one?
Actually, I have not uninstalled, but I don't usually open it. I just open the some accounts. I think one in 2 or 3 days, like that. Once in 2 or 3 days, and like that only.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you, because that's what I mean. I am observing. I mean, not in earlier batches. Okay. I mean, recently I'm observing. I mean, more and more social media addiction. I mean, even when I open Facebook for posting some news or something, I can't come out of the Facebook. I mean, then obviously students will do that one. So that's why, yeah, again, you have to be quite strict on that one. So that's why I asked. Yeah. So thank you so much for this session, and we wish all the best for your scientific officer career as well as research career. And maybe in future I will take your interview again, and we need experience also. What is that job? I mean, what exactly is that job? How enjoyable it is, and what are the challenges? Everything we need to capture that one, so that it is helpful for other student to set that career. Uh, so thank you so much for joining this session.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you, sir, for your best wishes, and I'm also very much grateful to you and the way you're teaching. And yes, I will be grateful to you always. Thank you for bringing me here, and thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm closing meeting. We shall see. Thank you for attending the meeting. For everyone, we'll meet again.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.